All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. Once again, this is Let's Talk TV. So let us talk about all the things happening in Biafran territory, because that is why we are here. And that is why we're already giving you the back-to-back news and information as it happen. Now, here's I take talk now why we dey here. Yes, now so I did talk my own. Now let us go straight up to this one, because a lot of misreaction has been coming out concerning Ibrahim Babangida and all he has been saying, or all he said rather, all he said concerning the truth that he revealed, concerning the atrocious things that he did, to Biafrans. Now we're gonna be talking about that. You'll be hearing the news in details concerning that, and also we'll go further, to discuss Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu's issue, has become a worldwide issue that the whole world is now, interested in. So when you mention the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, everybody, is waiting to hear something positive about it. But the reality is that the zoo government have continued to show their atrocious way using the DSS, because the information coming to us is that the DSS have been treating Nnamdi Kanu badly. Now, this thing, I always say this and I always repeat it every time. It is not about them treating Nnamdi Kanu badly or doing something to Nnamdi Kanu. If anything should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, it will be too bad for the country, because everybody go collect woto. That is not a threat, but it is a reality, and nobody is hiding this reality. And I believe also that the zoo in their gragra also knows this reality. Let's just fix the fact. Let us face it. It is going to be too bad, for the zoo, that they will regret that, they didn't even have anything to do with Nnamdi Kanu in the first place. It's as simple as that. It's very simple. So that is the reality that is coming. The zoo has been hitting on Nnamdi Kanu lately, doing all kind of atrocious things to Nnamdi Kanu. But the reality is that Nnamdi Kanu, with the current information that we are getting, is that he is hale and hearty. In as much as the zoo have been restricting a lot of communication, they've been restricting a lot of things, since that court hearing. They are only trying to break Nnamdi Kanu, and the reality is that that man is unbreakable, is unshakable. Even the way he's talking, you will know that that man no send anybody papa, he no send anybody mama. He is standing for the truth, and because of the fact that he is trying to build a nation, that will uphold, free and fair justice system, that will uphold the right thing, the rule of law, and that will respect human rights. That is why he is standing firm in his belief, despite all said and done by Binta Nyako, the person that they are using to commit all the atrocities. So on that note, let us go into the news fully. Do not forget to share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible. Enjoy the news.
As he may join Edwin Clark any moment from now. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 20th of February 2025, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, it don't happen. And I want you to pay very good attention to this very news. Just few days ago, I gave you news of the demise of Edwin Clark, which happened just 3 days, or should I say 4 days, after the passing of Pa Ayo Adebanjo. Now, Babangida, who happened to be one of the people that put the zoo, or those that call themselves the Zugarians, in the position and condition that they found themselves today, has started confessing. Look at him here. He is confessing now, but I don't want to talk too much. Let me first of all read the news in details, and then I have a comment. And not just for him, but for those who are already getting closer to their ancestors. I have a message for them. Now, I will be reading this very news from Pulse News Nigeria, which of course every other platforms have already carried the news, including some other bigger, news platform, both channels, television, and all of them. Now, according to their own title, they say breaking. Babangida finally admits MKO Abiola won June 12, 1993 presidential election. This is a breaking news today, 20th February 2025. You can see. Often regarded as the country's freest and fairest election, it was annulled by Babangida's regime, leading to nationwide protests and political instability. You see? Now let us hear what Babangida said himself. Former military head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB, has publicly admitted for the first time that the late Chief Moshood Kashimowo Olawole MKO Abiola won the June 12, 1993 presidential election. The revelation was contained in Babangida's newly launched autobiography, A Journey in Service, unveiled in Abuja on Thursday, February 20th. According to the book reviewer, former Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Babangida acknowledged that Abiola, the Social Democratic Party SDP candidate, met all constitutional requirements to be declared Nigeria's president. There was no doubt in my mind MKO Abiola won the election. He certified all the requirements, Babangida stated. Oh, so now you know. And I have a message for the Yoruba people. I have a very important message for the Yorubas. So anybody listening to me right now, if you are from the western part of the zoo, as a Yoruba man, I want you to pay attention till the very end of this very news. Now they continued. The former military leader described the annulment of the election as the most difficult decision of his life. Did anybody force you? Were you at the gunpoint? Did the annulment take place at the gunpoint? I want to know. I am asking Badamasi Babangida. Let's continue. However, he expressed satisfaction that President Muhammadu Buhari posthumously honored Abiola with the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR, a title reserved for presidents, after they had killed him. That is the zoo for you. Remember, I told you that I have a message for the Yoruba people. So if you are a Yoruba person listening, pay attention to the very end of it. Now, the June 12, 1993 election remains one of the Nigeria's most controversial electoral events. Often regarded as the country's freest and fairest election, Babangida's regime annulled it, leading to nationwide protests and political instability. Okay, so before we get to the end of this information, I want to ask Babangida, is it after 32 years, 32 good years later, now because you are on wheelchair, you are now coming out to tell us how Babangida won the election? We all know, we know. We don't need your confession. You should have confessed long ago. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. The annulment shouldn't have taken place in the first place. But you annulled it You continued until Abacha came into power and removed you, because the Fulani, Babangida is a Fulani man, the Fulanis wanted to remain in power. That is the reason why they refused to give Abiola what belonged to him, the seat that belonged to him. Election that he won outrightly because he was deemed a very good man back then. Though I was a kid. I was very, very little, but I saw it. The Yoruba people have forgotten the history. Now, this saboteur called Bola Ahmed Tinubu is whining and dining with the Fulani, thinking that it's all about politics and power. Tinubu is not even thinking about his own people. Although, I know another thing that could be the reason. That is the reason why we, the Igbos, were never interested in voting for Peter Obi. We were never interested in voting for anybody, not even Peter Obi, because we know that even though Peter Obi wins and gets into Aso Rock, he will never ever offer anything to the Igbo people, or Southeast as they may call it. Because since Tinubu has been there since 2023, what has changed? What has happened? What has changed in Yorubaland, in the Southwest? What has changed? Nothing? Absolutely nothing. Rather, the Yorubas are the ones crying more than every other tribe in the Zoological Republic. Now, in conclusion, they said Abiola was later arrested by the military government of General Sani Abacha after declaring himself president. He died in detention in 1998 under mysterious circumstances. You see? But the Yoruba people are there. Every year, they remember June 12th. But they remember it just for nothing. It did not teach them any lesson. Why I said so is because a Yoruba man is the president of the zoo today, yet nothing is happening, nothing has changed. Are you paying attention? This is exactly what I'm talking about. So I am sending this very all-important message to the Yoruba people to wake up. Wake up. Stop seeing the Igbos as your problem. The Igbos are not your problem. Rather, they should be your best friend and your best, ally, in order to free yourselves from the bondage of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Nothing is happening. Tinubu has been there. Are you expecting any miracle in the nearest future? Is it after 2027 that you'll be expecting Tinubu to start doing something for the Yoruba people from the Southwest? Is it after 2027? You all thought that when Tinubu enters there, then Yoruba land will become heaven. What about Obasanjo? How have you forgotten in a hurry about Obasanjo that Obasanjo was there for 8 good years, from 1999 to 2007? What did he do for the Yoruba people or in the Southwest? He did absolutely nothing. He built Abuja and other parts of the Northern Zoological Republic. Nothing happened in the South. Nothing. Did he give us free education? The answer is no. Not even for nursery school. I said not even for nursery. Or you want to talk about primary school, secondary school? No. Did he give us electricity, steady electricity? The answer is no. Even without free education, did he build good schools for us? Infrastructure. What did he do for us after 8 years? Nothing. So my message to Yoruba people is you should see the Igbos and Biafrans at large as your best ally for a better future, which is total exit from the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And those who are nearing, where their ancestors are, the likes of the same Obasanjo that I mentioned and his likes, begin to confess now. And Babangida, in conclusion, this confession is not enough. We want to hear more confessions from you, including your participation as a military officer during the Biafra genocidal war that took over 3 million lives of innocent Biafran children. We need more confession before you join your ancestors. And above all, What you need to do as quick as possible before joining your ancestors is to tell your people to let Biafra go. Tell them to let Biafra go. This is what you are going to do today, not even tomorrow. Thank you, my people. And make it go viral. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 20th of February 2025, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people, the DSS terrorist organization has denied Aloye Jimako and MNK's legal team and family access to see him in the DSS custody in Abuja. If you listen to the sound of my voice right now, you will understand how heavy it is because of the matter at hand, and it's quite unfortunate that our own people are behaving as if MNK has been forgotten in the DSS custody. Because this very news was released by Aloye Jimako, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, since yesterday evening. But today, if you go through all the platforms talking about Biafra as I'm talking to you right now, they are all there gossiping like fools. Now, I want us to read this in full details, and after that, we will analyze it, and I want you to understand that things are going on, and this thing is not the first time, so I don't want you to panic at the moment. Now, listen. According to Barrister Aloye Jimako, special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, he said, alert/update. Today, the DSS arbitrarily refused us, the legal team, an ex-member of Abia State House of Assembly, and the family of Nnamdi Kanu from having a visitation with him. This flagrant violation of the Nigerian constitution and a subsisting court order will not stand. This flagrant violation of the Nigerian constitution and a subsequent court order will not stand. I love that word, will not stand. Obu Mazi Simon Osigi cannot stand. Osigi cannot stand. Obu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Osigi will never stand. I love that. It can never stand. So this is not the first time. Recall that last time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recused Binta Nyako, I hate adding that word justice. I don't like adding justice because there's nothing like justice in it. So, the last time, or should I say the very first time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recused Binta Nyako, the wife of a criminal, Murtala Muhammad Nyako, the former governor, who is facing charges of corruption and money laundering with his first son. This same thing happened. I want you to remember. They refused the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu access to meet him where he's being held in solitary confinement in the DSS terrorist organization custody in Abuja. So this is not the first time. So we are not panicking. The only thing they know, I'm talking about the zoo, the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, both the government and those in the corridors of power. The only thing they know is how to subvert and undermine the rule of law. That is all they know how to do best, is to undermine the rule of law. Because in as much as the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom is concerned, there is no law. The Constitution has been rendered useless because of the executive rascality when they travel all the way to Kenya to kidnap an innocent man and extraordinarily rendition him back to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. The Constitution has been undermined. There is no law. That is the reason why some group of idiots parading themselves in the name of politicians, are sponsoring terrorism in the northern part of the zoo, and then they will still come to the so-called Senate, House of Assembly, and Red Chamber to talk about what is happening in America and the exposition, or should I say the secret that was leaked by Scott Perry, how America has been using US aid to sponsor terrorism across the globe, including Boko Haram. And all of them talking about this are all aware of how Nigeria government is sponsoring terrorism by themselves. They all know. Musa is aware. That is the reason why Canada denied him visa. Him and his group of top military officers who are commanding the #1 terrorist organization in the whole of Africa, which is Nigerian army. Yes. So we want them to know that we are not shaking. Biafrans are not panicking. They can do whatever they want to do. This is not the first time. They have denied them access to meet Nnamdi Kanu in several locations. Yes, the last one was when he recused Binta Nyako, the wife of a criminal. Yes. How can you be parading yourself as a justice when your husband and your first son are criminals, and you are still parading yourself as a judge? These people do not have shame. That's why white people are far better than them, not them, us. White people are better than us. We, the black people, we don't have we are senseless. Because if he's a white person, your husband cannot be, going through corruption cases, money laundering, and you are still parading yourself as a judge. Oh my goodness me. She should just retire, not just to recuse herself from the case of Nnamdi Kanu. She should retire. Let her retire, or not just resign from practicing law, because you don't want it. You don't have the face anymore to stand. But Ndisoji, black people, she will still come there. She will still come again, even though it's not on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. She will still come to try another criminal when her own husband and her first son are standing trial on corruption cases, including money laundering. That is how we are. Our people are so ignorant and idiotic. You understand? So we want to let the DSS terrorist organization understand that we are not perturbed. We are not panicking, because Numani, our legal team, will still visit Nnamdi Kanu at the end of the day. Nobody is begging anybody, because if anything, we are not even waiting for anything to happen to Nnamdi Kanu. You people are going to pay the ultimate price, and these prices will be paid in Biafraland. You are doing what you are doing in Abuja, but your own terror groups in the name of military and police will be paying the price in Biafraland. Don't worry, you may think now you are winning because you have managed to penetrate the Biafra, government, but I want you to know, in no distant time, let me say that again to the zoo, in no distant time, Ikukuyeku, let me say it, I want everybody to pay attention. Ikukuyeku, in no distant time, all these shenanigans that is going on within Biafra, liberation movement, all these shenanigans you see, in no distant time, Ikukuyeku, ewe fi koku kanya, ewe malu na father you trouser, no bro, no just know you white, I want every